Hello again, Guardians, it's Cortanium, and today we're reaching outside of the Earth Seraph Bunker, the Seraph Bunker on the EDZ. And so let's just get started. This Seraph Bunker is actually super hard to get into, and so we're going to have all kinds of different methods to get into. I'll put the timestamps up right now, but basically, we're going to have a method, a brute force method that works for all classes. I'm going to show you guys that one first, then I'm going to show you a Titan only method, and I'm going to show you a Hunter only method. For Warlocks, you guys get the short end of the stick. You will have to use this brute force method if you want to be able to get inside or outside of this Earth Seraph Bunker. And so let's just get started with the glitch. All you want to do to start this off is go to the sludge and head over to the Lost Sector on the very top right of the sludge. We cannot use the Dark Forest for this because the Dark Forest has all kinds of barrier around its entire area, so we cannot use the Dark Forest, and so we will have to use this Lost Sector. We'll get outside of the Lost Sector and we'll come over, and so just keep watching right now as we do this brute force method. And this brute force method acts also an extension of the Titan method as well, and so you Titans keep watching if you want to know how to do this as a Titan as well. And so just come to this first room of the Lost Sector, hop on this wall. There is a certain ledge on this wall that you see I can hop on, and then immediately look backwards and hop outside of the map. Of course, you know, we've done all these glitches before. This is an out of map I did on a Lost Sector a long time ago, and so here we are, we're outside the Lost Sector, but we're not exploring the outside of this Lost Sector. We're heading back and we are hitting the load zone of the sludge. And so just continue on the left side here. You see we're gonna get a bunch behind a bunch of these walls and just random cave bits because there is some barrier we have to deal with. And so just follow my method to keep on going on the left side, and we will eventually go down there and hit the load zone for the sludge and get to our brute force method now. And so just keep on going forward here, and here we are hitting the load zone. And so now we are back getting inside of the sludge area once we actually, you know, load this load zone. These things take sometimes a while, and so here we are, the sludge. And you might be wondering what I've been meaning by brute force this entire time, and because brute force is just kind of a generic term, I mean sparrow flying. We are literally sparrow flying from over here all the way to, if I can see it from right here, we're sparrow flying all the way over there. And if you've never learned how to sparrow fly before, well, I have whole videos on about, you know, sparrow flying and glitching techniques, including, you know, flying with Lion Rampants, which you're about to see as well. And so let's just go and let's sparrow flying. I'll try to give you a basic rundown, but basically what you want to do is you want to jump forward, and Warlocks pay special attention because Warlocks are the ones you're going to be needed to be doing this. But really, all you need is a Sparrow that instantly summons, and then once you summon it, just keep on summoning it. And then press RB when your character faces right and your Sparrow goes right, and press LB when you're backwards, because you're basically just trying to get yourself propelled in the top right direction. And if you do it right, you'll be stuck at the bottom of the map. You see my Sparrow just was hitting some ledge. There is some ledge at the bottom of the map for some reason that your Sparrow can be on, but your player cannot. And so you can see it'll just keep spawning us to fall to our deaths. But don't worry, it will spawn us and we will be able to float, summon our Sparrow, and do the exact same thing over again. And so we can just spawn in and then summon our Sparrow again, jump a couple times, and do the exact same thing. And you see, if you do it perfectly, you could actually do it really fast. But what I'm doing every single time is I'm holding RT. As soon as I, you know, actually get on my Sparrow, that starts the rolling mechanism that you're seeing. And if you do it right, as you can see, we can do this perfectly. And now we're all the way on top or outside of the EDZ bunker. And so Warlocks, that is your method. That is also a method for any class that wants to do it. As for Titans, here is your method. You don't even need to bother with any of that Sparrow stuff. All you want to do is just jump across the whole chasm using your Lion Rampants as your tool. And so just jump across using Lion Rampants. Jump, 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 jump. And just jump, jump, and sword. Jump, jump, and sword. And so that's just how you do the Lion Rampant Titan flying, and all the way until you get right here. And that is how you would do it if you were a Titan. And so now, since we covered Warlocks, any class, and Titan, let's move on to Hunters. If you are a Hunter, you have some unique abilities like Blade Barrage that are going to help us out a lot. And so go to the sludge and then spawn in immediately to your left. There's a big rock and there is a house, and so just jump on top of that. Now we're outside of the map again. We're going to head over on this left side and use our Blade Barrage. Just go forward here to get really outside of the map. And so right here, just keep on going forward. And so now we're really outside of the map on a hunter. And so this is just a hunter method if you really want to avoid Sparrow Flying. I know Sparrow Flying is kind of hard. And so we see our bunker all the way over there. We cannot reach it from here since we're a hunter with limited mobility, and since we don't really have a lot of barrier to be working with. There's a lot of barrier behind us and a lot of barrier in front of us. As you can tell, there's a lot of barrier outside of this map. And so what I'm going to advise you that you do is just keep heading this way, but I want you to head off to the right a little bit. As you can see on this right side, there is no barrier, and so just keep continuing forward as a hunter and just make sure you have a lot of sword ammo if you're doing this, because we're going to be using it. And so just keep jumping around on all of these objects, and so just jump on these train tracks and then jump on top of this bus tunnel and everything, and you can explore the outside of this area if you want, but we're trying to get outside of that Seraph Bunker right now. So just follow my lead as we go and jump on all these objects as a hunter, like this dirt pile right here, and then drop down and onto this cave at the bottom of the map. And don't worry, we're almost there. I know it looks kind of like a hard parkour course, but it'll be fun, I promise. It's just going to be a little bit hard if it's your first time ever doing an out of map like this. And so just jump forward over here and let's get on top of this middle rock section. And as you can see, there is a water actually right here in the middle, and so that water is actually on the other side of this rock as well. So let's head over to the right side and just kind of crouch over here, and then we're gonna just jump around to the other side. And so just crouch over here and then jump and then get on the water on the other side. As you can see, there is water here, and here we are. And now let's go and get on top of this just random loot cave that just happens to be really useful to us right now. And then what's even more random is we're gonna have 2 cinder blocks actually look right under us that we can easily use for our glitching needs. And so hop on top of this cinder block right here, and then as you can see, we're getting closer. We're almost there. The Seraph Bunker is right there. We got a couple more jumps to make. This one is gonna be on a dirt pile, and so just hop on top of this dirt pile. Our next jump is gonna be on the inside of the highway block right here, this road block. And so just jump inside of this road, and then for our final jump as a hunter into the area, all we're going to do is just jump across and use our sword to our advantage. And we're going to use our sword to kind of keep ourselves, you know, alive on this side. And there we go, we have done it on a hunter. I know it looked kind of hard, but that's probably better if you really want to avoid Sparrow Flying. Sparrow Flying is a hard thing to do if you don't master it. And so that is how to do it on a hunter, a warlock, a titan, and any class you want. Now let's go and actually explore the outside of this thing. I'm sorry it took so long to get outside of it, but now that we've covered getting outside of it on every single class, we can actually go hit the load zone. All we got to do, all we got to do is walk past it, and now we are outside of the Seraph Bunker EDZ. And the first thing I noticed right away is these 2 doors on each side, because that's probably the first thing you noticed when you walked inside. And so look at this, on the right door we actually have a tunnel leading back, which is actually kind of cool, because that means Bungie thought to themselves, yo, should we put something behind this door on the right side, which is actually pretty cool. But you know, that's just one of the things. What we want to actually look at is we want to look at the outside of this entire large bunker. I've looked at the other 2. I've looked at the moon bunker already, I've looked at the IO bunker, but now it is time for the earth bunker. And let me just start this off by saying this earth bunker is not much different from the other 2. And so let's just hop down and see what we can find that's maybe different or maybe unique about it as compared to the other 2 bunkers. And so let's just hop down now, and as you can see, we can fly over and across first, and you can see we can hit a barrier right away. These places are still surrounded, it seems, by barrier, even though they're their own separate load zone. And so now let's just look at the rest of the outside of this earth bunker. Let's start off with this right side, because this right side always has that electricity field. But let's look for anything new, because I've already covered this bunker twice, and so let's look for the new stuff that I might have missed. And so of course, firstly, this secret room right here. Look, there's a little tunnel leading to it, an air vent, and there's just a whole other secret room. But the difference between this and the other secret rooms is this one is actually connected to the inside hallways. I mean, there's these 2 doors blocking off the air vents here, but it's actually connected inside of the hallways. And so honestly, if Bungie were just to remove these doors right behind me, this would be accessible to all players. Maybe that's a temporary thing. Maybe Bungie will remove those doors and we could finally access that area once again. Hopefully that is, and so we can get ourselves some cool air vent rooms to look around in. We can keep on going on top of this right side, and of course we still have these little door things that they place everywhere. Don't know if that's a lag mechanism or probably just a way Bungie builds stuff. That's probably just their own, you know, unique building style. And so let's just keep on going on the outside of this. Let's go to the middle now, because I know on the moon bunker and on the IO bunker there was actually a special interact button actually sitting in the middle here, and so that interact button would do nothing. We would just press X on the interact button and it would do absolutely nothing. It does not seem to, actually it must exist. It was there on the other ones. It has to exist here. I can't find it right now, but I guarantee it is there. You guys can go look around and go tell me in the comments below. Go, hey, say I clicked the interact button if you really want to. But we can go over to the left side here, or our right, I guess, and there is, you know, probably, you know, nothing more. There's nothing much secret that I haven't covered in my other videos. I noticed what they do is they just kind of swap out the texture and the terrain. Look, we have moss and grass over everything on the Earth version of this bunker. We had, you know, moon rock on the moon version, and we had, you know, IO rock, yellow rock on the IO version. But honestly, there's not much difference in between all of those versions. They all pretty much look generically the same except for this back part. Remember on the moon bunker, if you remember, if you watch that video, if you haven't, I highly recommend you watch it, but we had a secret area on the back part of the moon bunker that was a whole other secret load zone, an unnamed load zone that is going to come out. And so that area was very cool, but these two other bunkers, they don't have it. And so we can land over here on this water. And this is one of the unique things about the Earth load zone, is because they want to make Earth different from Moon, which is different from Io. And so they've created subtle differences like this water in this window over here. And so we can see, you know, that, hey, we're on Earth because there's water, of course. And so we got the fish over there, you know, just flowing around. They look incredibly fake from this angle, but they probably look real from the inside at least. And we got all the kind of coral reefs kind of there. And honestly, behind us is where I actually want to show you, because there's actually something else that's cool. There's this door that stretches down. Those always do that. But right here, this is an enemy spawn room actually. Have you seen this? There's a weird kind of time glass shaped enemy spawn room. It has a big section, a small hallway, and another big section. And this is just how enemies spawn in to this area. And honestly, that is probably going to be the end of the video. Those are, you know, a couple of secret rooms I've forgotten to show you over the course of my 3 videos over these 3 different Seraph bunkers that we've explored. But now all these videos are done with these Seraph bunkers. We've explored the Io Seraph bunker, we explored the Moon Seraph bunker, and now we've explored the outside of the Earth Seraph bunker. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're now going to move on to all the other stuff that's part of the Season of the Worthy DLC. We're going to be glitching outside of all the new Crucible maps next. And so I hope you guys tune in with me for all those videos. I'll see you Guardians in the next one. Thanks for watching.